Hello, my name is Dave Ferris, and today we're going to be balancing equations. Well, chemical equations to be exact. And so I have an example where I have sulfur plus oxygen gives us the product. And the first thing we want to do is count the atoms on each side of the equation. So what we'll do, we have 8 sulfurs, we have 2 oxygens, on this side we have 1 sulfur, on this side we have 2 oxygens. And also I need you to take into accountability that we can only change the coefficients, and the coefficients are the numbers in front of our atoms. We cannot change our subscripts, which are these numbers in the bottom. So we assume that our coefficients in each of these products are 1, right? So what we do is, oxygens, they're balanced enough, or they're balanced point blank, and our sulfurs, we see that aren't balanced. So what we can do, we can add an 8 to our coefficient for this product, and we would get this, because we'll multiply that equals 8, right? And so we would have 8 sulfurs and on both sides of the equations. But since we plug that into the coefficient of a whole product, that 8 is also multiplied into that 2. So that would be 2 times 8, which gives us a 16. So now our oxygens are not balanced. So now we have to find a way to balance our oxygens, since our sulfurs are happy and they're balanced. And the way we can do that is we come here, and 1 multiplied by 2 gives us 16. We already did it, 8. So we would plug an 8 in front of this oxygen, multiply this by 8, and we get 16. And so our final balanced chemical equation would be SA plus 8 oxygen equals ASO2. So that would be it for that chemical equation. Now let's try to balance another one. Here I have hydrogen plus oxygen 2 and H2O, water. So we want to balance them on each side, since on this side we have 2 hydrogens and this side we have 2 hydrogens, but this side we have 2 oxygens and only 1 oxygen. And so like we did on our last equation up there, we're going to write the hydrogens and we have 2. We're going to write the oxygens and we have 2. And here we have 2 hydrogens also and only 1 oxygen. So we have to figure out something that would make sure that both sides are balanced, and so that both sides have the same amount of atoms. So what we do is we can plug in a 2 here, and that would we would have to multiply this by a 2, which gives us a 4, and that 2 will turn that oxygen into the 2 that we need for this side. So the 2 oxygens that we have would be happy and they'll be balanced. But what happens with our hydrogen is that over here we have 4 and over here we have 2. So that means we would have to plug in a coefficient number in front of the hydrogen, and we can use 2. Since we multiply 2 by 2 equals 4, and that is the same thing we have on the other side. That is what we're looking for to have our balanced chemical equation. And so our final product for this would be this right here. This would be our final balanced chemical equation. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.